So we'll continue, I think, with Chinnamasta mantra, and we'll end with the Matangi, Goddess Matangi mantra. Close the eyes, nice straight back, relaxed hips. Let's stay here for several breaths. Release any tension you may feel in the belly or the chest. Sometimes we even carry tension in our throat. So let's just take some deep breaths as we come into our practice. Take your awareness inward. Four times, let's share the Chinnamasta mantra. Inhale, hands to heart center. Chant along with me. Take a breath in. Om Shrim Hrim Hrim Aim Vajra Vairo Chaniye Hum Hum Fat Swaha. Om Shrim Hrim Hrim Aim Vajra Vairo Chaniye Hum Hum Fat Swaha. Om Shrim Hrim Hrim Aim Vajra Vairo Chaniye Hum Hum Fat Swaha. Om Shrim Hrim Hrim Aim Vajra Vairo Chaniye Hum Hum Fat Swaha. All together, Om, take a breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Exhale, release the pulse. Let's meet in Tadasana at the top of your mat. Mia, Lisa, I'm not sure if you were in the class when we started to do a different type of sun salutation. So just follow along if you weren't here.
I was here.
All righty. In Tadasana. We'll go slow the first time as we warm up the body, holding some of the positions a little longer than we normally do. Let's begin. Open up the hands. Inhale, arms up. Hold the hands here. Drop the head. Look at the thumbs. Keep the rib cage in. Drop the shoulders. Are you lifting the arch? External rotation of the hips and knees. Hands together, exhale to your heart. Hold that nice foundation in alignment as we come into a back bend. Inhale the arms up, continue to back bend. Hold in your back bend. First one of the day, take your time. Let the body warm up gradually. On your next exhale, come all the way down into your first forward fold. Come down any way you like. Hang out here. I don't care if your shoulders are by your ears. What's important is to have the hips in line with the heel right now. Doesn't even matter if your knees are a little bit bent. Tuck the head. We're just awakening up the spine, the back of the legs. And reminding ourselves, where is that alignment of hips over heels? Remember, this pose is just as much about lengthening the back as it is about lengthening the back of the leg. So you want to find an even balance between those two parts of the body. Moving on, bring the hands to the floor. Inhale, step the right foot back and stay here. Square the hips. Let's get a nice stretch through the Achilles tendon. It's another nice way to understand what does squared hips mean. Can you bring your back leg a little further behind you and still have the heel touch? Exhale, bring the right knee down, find your lunge. Again, keep those hips square. If you can have your shoulders behind you and still have your palms on the floor, that's wonderful. Fingertips in line with the toes. If not, go ahead and lift up just a little bit. The goal here is to open up the right hip, square the hips, and to the best of our ability, have a nice straight line from the bottom of the spine to the top of the head without rounding the shoulders. Sometimes we even put blocks underneath our hands. That helps. Inhale, step the left foot back and exhale to plank. So this is where it's a little bit different from the classical sun salutation that we've been practicing. Let's hold here in plank. Start warming up the core muscles, warming up the shoulder joint. Keep pushing the heels behind you. As we come into knees, chest, chin, remember, for some of us, we put the hands in front and the knees a little bit behind our heels. So as you exhale, knees, chest, chin. So this is all, it's not really about strength as much as it is about range of motion in the spine and in the shoulder girdle. And every one of us has a different range of motion. So it's going to look different for everybody. Moving on, inhale up to cobra. Let's hold the cobra. And it's fun to play with this. Are your toes and heels in a straight line? Looking up, the heels looking up towards the ceiling, toes down on the mat? Or are your heels splayed out to the sides? Or perhaps inward? That's an indication of where your leg is in the hip socket. Another way to play with this is keep pushing the pelvis, the pelvic bone down in the mat gently. That frees up the lower back. Let's play with this. Just let go of that altogether. Let go of the pelvis, the focus there, and see how there's a little bit more tension and instability in the lower back. All right, let's bring that pelvic bone down into the mat again, and we stabilize the lower back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, first one of the day, so make any movements that you like. Waking the body up. Try not to dump your weight into your shoulders. Keep pushing through the shoulders, opening up that shoulder joint. Don't worry about your heels. It's more important to have a straight back, a long back, hips pointing up, neck is nice and relaxed. Heels will come down in time. Don't worry about that. Looking at your hands, inhale, step the right foot forward and come into a lunge. Now we're opening up the left side. Think about gently bringing the shoulder blades down each side of the spine. Inhale, step the left foot forward and exhale into your forward fold once more. Your choice, inhale, rise up. Keep going all the way into a back bend. Hold. Lengthen the back. Stabilize through the hips down to the feet. And exhale back to heart center. Release the hands. Left side. Inhale, arms up. Look at your hands. Exhale to your heart. This is the back bend. Inhale up, pass through your beautiful Tadasana right into the back bend. In or exhale, right to forward fold. But I come to my straight Tadasana first before I come down. Inhale the left foot back and let's stay here. Square the hips. You can play with it a little bit if you're feeling really comfortable. Hips are squared, left heel is down. Maybe you want to scooch your left foot back just a little bit. Get a little deeper stretch through the calf, through the Achilles tendon. A little more flexion in that left ankle, increasing the range of motion there. Exhale, come down into a lunge and hold. Notice seeing how the body's a little bit more freer as we go through this now. Don't sacrifice opening up that left hip by not having your hips squared. You want to have a balanced movement of lengthening and strengthening of the muscles. So alignment is very important. Inhale, come right into plank. Let's hold. Do your best to have a nice straight line. Head, spine, buttocks, Rather than having your butt up in the air, let's see if you can lower just a little bit. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale up to cobra. We're all gonna look different. It really doesn't matter how high you get your chest off the mat. What does matter is that we're using the proper balanced muscle groups. So my leg is long, my heels are pointing up towards the sky, pelvis bone gently push into the mat, belly button is still on the mat. To the best of my ability, I'm bringing my shoulders behind me in one plane, shining the heart, lengthening the back, just as you did in the standing back bend. So we're anchored, again, at the hips and the belly button, and we're lengthening the back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Looking at your hands, inhale, step the left foot forward, come into your lunge. Inhale, step the right foot forward, and exhale into your forward fold. Your choice, inhale, rise up, come right into your back bend. Let's hold here. And exhale back to heart center. Release the hands. All right, we'll repeat the whole thing, but this time we'll do it on a count of 4. So inhale for 4 counts, exhale for 4 counts, going through the sequences. Let's begin. Open up the hands and begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale to your plank. 2, 3, 4. Stay here for 3, 4. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 5 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Continuing on, bringing the right foot forward for a lunge. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, and release. All right, let's do the left side. Open up the hands, begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Inhale, 3, 4. Exhale, knees touch chin. 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold 5 counts here. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Lunging on the left side. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, and release. So this sequence is a little faster, and there are less breaths taken in between as we did in the beginning when we did the Shivananda. Okay? Again, right side. Let's begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Inhale, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 5. And 5. So you see, when we exhale to plank, we hold for 1 inhale, and then exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra, and exhale to downward facing dog. So plank is the only one where we're holding the breath for 1 extra count. So this is the right leg. Let's go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Release the hands, left side. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. 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 Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. This is the left leg. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, and release. All right, let's do it one more time with me guiding you, and then I'll have you do it on your own. All right, let's begin. Open up the hands. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. 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 Hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This is the right leg lunge. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Release the hands, left side. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. 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 Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 4, 3, 2, and 1. This is the left lunge. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, and release. All right, I'm going to ask each of you to do 4 more or less, on your own. This is what is important, is that you pass through that Tadasana and that alignment when you're doing your back bend and forward folds. It's important that you have squared hips in your lunges. And to the best of your ability, try to keep an even breath. Now, for some of you, the reason why I want you to do it on your own is maybe my count really doesn't work for you. Maybe you have a slower inhale and exhale or a faster one. So I want you to become comfortable with how you do the poses and the sequence. All righty? So I'm going to do 4, and we'll just meet when I'm done. Maybe you'll do 5, maybe you'll do 3, whatever. All right? So go ahead, come into Tadasana and begin on your own. All right, I'm on my last one. Let's meet in Tadasana. So it's very interesting when you have to do it on your own. You find out where you actually have some unconscious tension. If you found that you were running out of breath, or you would inhale and run out of an inhale and you had to hold your breath, or the same thing on an exhale, that was just a really cool message to you where you're holding some unconscious tension through this movement. So the solution is to really focus on the breath. In the beginning, like I did, I counted out loud. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. So that helped me get the rhythm of my breath, and I tried to hold that and not initiate the next movement until I had finished that inhale or exhale. All right, let's come down to the mat. On your back, knees to chest, roll from side to side. Together, let's come to the middle. Deepen that knees to chest position. Let's relax those shoulders. We did a lot of work now, 8 sun salutations. So the shoulder girdle may be a little tired, so just rest it against the mat. Let the biceps take the weight of the legs here. Another wonderful benefit of sun salutation, not only is it good for muscle and joints, but all that back bending and forward bending was really wonderful for the digestive system. and the endocrine system. Every organ was getting massaged and pulled and pushed around. And we created or increased the blood circulation. And with that great breath that we did, we were bringing a lot of oxygen through the lungs and through the whole body system. So when you think about your yoga practice and sun salutations, it's not just about range of movement and stamina and conditioning of the muscles. You're also doing a lot of inner work in terms of the anatomical systems. All right, happy baby pose. Take the hands inside the knees, grab your big toes or shins or ankles, and let's open up into happy baby pose. Further bringing a little release of tension through those hips. Relax the neck. If you find that you're feeling tension in the neck, perhaps hang on to your shins or behind your thighs instead of the toes so that you can relax the back of the neck and relax the shoulders. Let's roll from side to side and see if we can keep a nice even distance between our feet as we roll from side to side. This is a little bit engagement of the core muscles to do that. Again, balancing the left and the right side. And come to the middle. On the next exhale, extend the legs up towards the sky. Straighten the knees if you can. Keep the legs where they are. Release the hands to the side, palms up. Coming in for a nice spinal twist. So this is fun. You can choose to bend your knees and come into the spinal twist like we usually do, or it's a little bit more challenging. You can keep your legs nice and long and extended, and carefully with control, bring them to the right as you look to the left. Take your time. Coming out of the pose, bend the knees, and then using that pelvic tilt, float the knees to center and hold there. Meeting all in the center. On your next exhale, extend the legs up towards the ceiling. Flex the ankles. And now spinal twist to the opposite side. So gently use control. Bring the legs to the left as you look to the right. Take your time. Coming out of the pose, go ahead and bend the knees. Again, using a pelvic tilt. Let's all meet in the middle. On your next exhale, sitting up in staff pose, Dandasana, arms extended overhead. So it's an exhale. Meeting here, Dandasana, hold. Open up the armpits to the side, gently dropping the shoulder blades towards the spine. Extend through the fingertips. Feel those seat bones. Head is in neutral position. Let's hold here. Are your ankles flexed? You have a gentle flexion in the ankles. Now release tension in the thighs, even if your knees pop up a little bit. Stay here. So I'm maintaining the flexion in the ankles, but I've completely let the tension out of my thighs. Lengthening the spine, dropping the shoulders. It's interesting to note that in this position, your body actually wants to let one of the thighs roll out, either exteriorly or interiorly. That just shows a bit of an imbalance in the muscle length and strength through the, let's say the side of the glutes and the inner thigh and the outer thigh. Just look down. Do your best to have your knees pointing up towards the sky as well as your toes. And exhale, release the pose. Go ahead and get a block or a cushion. We're going to put it underneath our chest as we come into a cobra pose, a supported cobra pose, so we can play with that alignment a little bit. The more you understand the alignment of your body, the more mindful you can be in your sun salutations. So I like to put a chest, I think because we're all ladies right now in here. But for me, it's right underneath the breast at the bottom of my bra. That's where I like to put it. So you can come into a Sphinx or a Cobra, whichever one you want to play with, because we're going to play with lengthening the back in this position. So maybe you want to start with it at the lowest point. So I can feel my hip bones are squared and on the mat. My legs are actually hip width apart right now. You can have them a little wider if you like. Everyone has different flexibility, but you can start with them hip width apart. The navel is on the mat. Ideally, the elbow is underneath the shoulder. Now, I don't have that flexibility, so for me, I put my elbow a little bit in front. The same thing with your hand. Fingers should be in line with the shoulder, elbows going up. But if that's not yet in your practice, you can have the hand a little bit forward. All right, let's hold the cobra here. So the bottom edge of my block is below my breasts. Now, hold here, we have a nice support. So now, again, we can play. If you stop focusing on bringing the pelvis points into the mat, feel what happens to your back and your lower back. Release the buttocks also. Now, don't think about the buttocks, just push the hips down a little bit. Bring your heels so that they're pointing up towards the sky, not splayed out. Think about lengthening the back. So I'm stabilizing at the hips and the navel. From there, I'm trying to lengthen the back and shine the heart. If you're in a regular cobra and you're getting tired with your hands and wrists, just come down to Sphinx. Keep the focus on the pelvis and the navel, and let your heels come out to the side. Now gently bring them back so that they're pointing up. Feel the difference in the lower back and the glutes? Do it again. These are all just wonderful signs and observations for us to help balance the strength and flexibility within our muscle and skeletal system. All right, exhale, release your head down. Maybe your head doesn't hit the mat because of the cushion, so you can stack your wrists up and just relax your forehead, relax the shoulders. If you want to let the heels fall out to the side or inside, everyone is different. It's really interesting. Some people will be much more comfortable for their feet to point out and their heels to come in. So do what's comfortable for you. All right, let's come out of this pose and see if we can bring the cushion or the block one side higher. You sort of have to play with where you want to put it so that your pelvic bones and your navel is still on the mat. Lengthen the legs behind you. Maybe you need to widen the legs. Maybe it's not comfortable at hip width apart anymore. And rise up into Sphinx or Cobra. Heels are pointing up. Some focus on bringing the hip bones into the mat. You want to make contact. It's not that you're pushing really hard, but there's contact there to stabilize the lower back. Let's hold here. While we're holding it, if you want to play with this so that you understand where you're at, go ahead. Allow the heels to go in and out, and then come back to center. Allow yourself to play with how much engagement and focus do you need to feel stable at the pelvis bones and the navel. And then a little bit more refinement is playing with lengthening the leg without hyperextending the knee and feeling that engagement of the pelvic bones. So you play with that. You feel the pelvic bones in the mat, lengthening the leg. You'll feel a little bit of difference in how much the buttocks, the gluteus muscles are engaged. Again, we're playing with this so that we can understand what is our ideal position as we're going through the sun salutation. And we can be more mindful as we set ourselves up and hold the pose in that inhale. Okay, exhale, release. Go ahead. Rest your head down. Let's remove the block. Set yourself up and inhale, come into a Cobra or Sphinx on your own. And hold here with a little bit more awareness and mindfulness of the body position. and what works for you. Exhale, release. Come into crocodile pose. In crocodile pose, the toes are pointed out, heels in, head is to one side, and you can rest your head on your hands if you like. Notice the difference in your breath from a back bend, which a cobra is when you're shining the heart, and now when you're laying down and have the belly and lungs, chest right against the mat. Notice the difference in breath, the different effort that it takes to breathe. Coming out of the pose, let's push right back into child's pose. It's a nice counter to the back bend, lengthening the spine. Inhale to tabletop. Thread the needle with the right arm. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, thread it through. Hold. Coming out of the pose, inhale, come back to neutral tabletop. Left side, inhale the left arm up. Exhale, thread it through. Coming out of the pose, inhale right back to tabletop. Exhale, sit on your heels, Vajrasana. Hold in Vajrasana. Another spinal twist here. So before we begin, look at your lumbar vertebrae right here. If you feel that there's an excessive curve, you lengthen it by a little pelvic tilt here. Once we have a nice stable and lengthened spine, left hand comes to the right thigh, inhale the right arm up. Exhale, find the twist, bring that left shoulder in line with the right shoulder, and exhale, bring the right hand behind you. Now, when you did this, did you notice, did you lose that pelvic tilt? So sometimes what happens is we compensate, we want the twist, but the only way to do it is if we have an arched back, so we've completely messed up our alignment. So come back to that long back and then find your twist again. And these are just things that we do unconsciously to compensate for imbalances in the muscle conditioning or the skeletal system. Coming out of the pose, inhale the right arm up behind you. Exhale, come back to center and release. Right hand to the left side, inhale the left arm up. Check your spine. Exhale, find the twist, go slowly. Keeping the integrity of that long spine. And then exhale, release the left arm and you're in your twist. Release the pose, inhale the left arm up. Exhale, come back to center and release down. Come into a seated position, facing the computer. So we haven't done it for a while, gone through the Sanskrit alphabet. But in a workshop that Kieran is giving on tantric goddesses, we are reviewing the goddess Matangi, which is the goddess of speech and vibration and sound. One of her special mantras is the Vishuddhi chakra mantra. Now each chakra has a number of petals surrounding it. The Vishuddhi chakra, which is the throat chakra, has 16 petals, and those 16 petals relate to the vibrational sound of the Sanskrit vowels. And we've done this before too, because the vowels relate to different parts or energy points on the face. So let's go through the 16 petals of the Vishuddhi chakra and the points of the face. Just repeat after me. Ah, ah. I. Ooh, ooh. Now this is an R sound, but it's not made with the tongue. It's a growling sound made in the back of the throat. Huh? Oh. Sort of like a German sound. And then an LR sound. Blah, blah. So this time we are using the tongue. Aim, I'm. Om, aum. Ah. So those are the 16 vowels. So if your meditation, you're really into, working on chakras and focusing on them, you can learn the Sanskrit alphabet and go through the petals. Now let's touch our face at the different places with that alphabet sound. Ah, ah. This is the corners of the eyes. I, E. This is right in front of the ears. U, ooh. Right nostril, left nostril. It's that growling R. R, ooh. Cheekbones. L, blue. Top of the lip, bottom of the lip. Aim, I'm. Behind the front teeth, behind the lower teeth. Om, aum. Top of the back of the throat, bottom of the back of the throat. Ah. Now remember, these points with the vibration of the sound is tuning into vital energy channels within your own body using vibration and touch. So we'll do it again. Ready? Ah, ah. I, e. Ooh, ooh. Ooh. Ru. Aim, I'm. Om. And back of the throat. Ah. So if you want to learn this more, I will send you some more information on it. Just email me. But the practice in continuity looks like this. Ah, ah. I, ooh, aim, I'm, ah. And just that beautiful vibration sets up a nice link within your subtle energy body. All right, we're in a nice seated position. Close our eyes. 10 minutes of just being with yourself. So find that easy breath. Observe thoughts, emotions, ideas, and sensations. Observe them and let them go. I'll time it. 10 minutes. Enjoy your time with yourself. And if you can keep your eyes closed, just feel around the mat with your hands to see where you are. And let's come down into Savasana. If you'd like to stay in your Savasana a little bit longer, go ahead, enjoy. If you're ready to come out, let's very mindfully, deliberately start bringing movement back to the toes and ankles, fingers and wrists. So before you do it, make a plan, know what you're doing. Deliberately and mindfully bringing movement back into the limbs as you bend the knees and extend the elbows. Perhaps rolling the body from side to side. Lifting one shoulder and then the other off the ground. And the head gently move from right to left. And on your next exhale, let's go ahead and roll to our right hand side and then push up to a seated position. Sharing the pranava one time, inhale the hands to heart center. Take a breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Exhale, bow down to the teacher within.
and inhale, come up.
Namaste, everyone. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.